You are staring at a heavy toxic can of expensive store-bought bug spray. Next to it is a massive $800 yearly invoice from a professional exterminator. To you, that piece of paper is a desperate, incredibly expensive attempt to finally get a good night of sleep without worrying about what is crawling across your floor. To the $16 billion pest control industry, it is a highly calculated, wildly profitable subscription model built entirely on chemical deception. And right next to that massive invoice sits a plain, unmarked white bag filled with a soft, dry powder. That completely forgotten $9 bag of mystery powder will do something that expensive exterminator physically cannot do. Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I am going to show you exactly why those monthly pest control contracts are an endless financial trap, and how a simple dusting of this ancient powder physically annihilates roaches, ants, and bed bugs permanently. Let's talk about the absolute panic of an indoor bug infestation. You wake up in the middle of the night, walk into your kitchen for a glass of water, turn on the light, and watch a massive roach scurry straight under your refrigerator. You immediately feel sick to your stomach. You think you did something wrong. You blame yourself. You assume your house is filthy. You start aggressively scrubbing your countertops, throwing away perfectly good food, and vacuuming every single corner of your floors. Stop blaming yourself. You did not fail. Your cleaning habits are perfectly fine, and your house is completely normal. The fact that those bugs are comfortably surviving inside your clean kitchen is not a reflection of your personal hygiene. It is the direct result of a highly calculated engineered trap. When everyday homeowners see a relentless line of ants or a terrifying bed bug, logic goes completely out the window. The professional pest control industry has spent decades aggressively training you to panic. They want you to pick up the phone and sign a massive monthly subscription contract the second you see a single bug. They tell you that paying a professional to flood your baseboards with their proprietary chemical, neurotoxins, is the ultimate standard of home protection. So you sign the paperwork. You pay them $800 a year to walk around your house with a pressurized metal tank, spraying invisible liquid poison into your living room. You completely trust the process. But here is the ultimate insult. You are paying a massive premium for a service that is actively ensuring the bugs keep multiplying. When you blast heavy store-bought chemical spray under your cabinets, you are making a massive mistake. The exterminator industry knows that heavy chemical repellents trigger an immediate panic response inside the colony called budding. When the bugs smell the chemical, the colony violently fractures. Instead of having one nest under your refrigerator, the surviving bugs scatter deep inside your walls, divide, and instantly start 4 brand new colonies. You aren't killing the infestation. You are paying a massive premium to actively multiply it. A single pregnant German cockroach sitting under your stove can produce over 400 offspring in just a few weeks. Every single day you waste waiting for an exterminator's chemical spray to work, that math is compounding exponentially inside your walls. You do not have time to wait for a subscription service. Here's the part nobody tells you. You do not need expensive, failing chemical liquids to protect your house. You need to walk completely out of the toxic chemical aisle and head straight to the gardening section of your local Home Depot. Look down at the very bottom shelf. You're looking for a heavy 4-pound white and green bag called Harris Food Grade Diatomaceous Earth. It costs exactly $9. That cheap, completely natural dry powder is the ultimate weapon against any indoor infestation. The commercial exterminator industry knows all about this ancient, earth-mined dust, but they pretend it does not exist because it permanently breaks their subscription model. To understand exactly why it works so perfectly, we do not need to talk about complex biology. We just need to look at how it physically behaves when a bug touches it. Stay with me, because this changes everything. If you reach your hand into that heavy bag, the dry powder feels incredibly soft. It feels exactly like standard baby powder against your skin. But to a cockroach, an ant, or a bed bug with a hard, waxy outer shell, that powder is completely different. To them, it acts exactly like a microscopic field of razor-sharp broken glass. Here is where it gets interesting. When a roach simply walks through a light dusting of this powder, the jagged edges of the crushed rock physically slice right through their protective outer armor. It shreds their shell completely open. Once that waxy armor is cut, the dry powder immediately changes tactics. It acts like a massive, highly absorbent physical sponge. It rapidly sucks every single drop of moisture completely out of their body. They do not die from a complicated poison. They physically dehydrate. Within a matter of hours, they are completely drained, turning into empty, dry husks right behind your refrigerator. Here is the most brilliant part. Because this powder is completely odorless and has absolutely no chemical warning signs, the bugs have no idea it is a trap. They do not actively avoid it. When a roach walks through the dust, it sticks to their legs. They carry it completely undetected straight back into the deep wall cavities where the rest of the colony is hiding, spreading the microscopic glass directly to the other bugs. You turn a single roach into a walking, physical weapon against its own nest. Here is exactly how you execute this trick. You need your $9 bag of Harris Food Grade Diatomaceous Earth, a pair of scissors, and one specific item from your local Dollar Tree. Walk into the kitchen goods aisle of the dollar store and grab a completely empty clear plastic ketchup squeeze bottle. It costs exactly $1.25. Take your heavy bag of white powder and carefully pour it directly into the empty plastic squeeze bottle until it is exactly halfway full. Screw the pointed cap back tightly onto the bottle. Take your scissors and snip about ½ an inch of plastic right off the very tip of the nozzle to make the hole slightly wider. Now, walk into your kitchen. When you squeeze that plastic bottle directly into the crack behind your baseboard, you aren't just leaving a pile of dust. You are utilizing air pressure to create a pressurized, microscopic snowstorm deep inside the wall cavity. The ultra-fine glass powder floats and coats every single square inch of the wooden studs and drywall. You are turning the exact place they sleep, breed, and hide into an unavoidable, inescapable minefield of razor blades. Think about the longevity. When an exterminator sprays liquid chemicals along your floorboards, that liquid eventually dries up, evaporates, and completely stops working. That is exactly why they force you into a monthly contract. But this ancient powder is literally crushed stone. It physically cannot evaporate. As long as it stays completely dry inside your walls, it will remain lethal for 10 or even 20 years. A single $9 bag permanently protects your house. But right here is where you might be hesitating. The absolute most common question people ask before doing this is, if this powder acts like microscopic broken glass that is sharp enough to slice open a cockroach, is it going to hurt my dog, my cat, or my children if they accidentally touch it? The answer is absolutely not. Here's the part nobody tells you. You must specifically buy the food-grade version of diatomaceous earth. That bright green label guarantees that this is a 100% natural earth-mined mineral. It is so completely harmless to humans and mammals that commercial farmers actively mix heavy scoops of this exact powder directly into the daily grain they feed their livestock. To a warm-blooded animal with soft skin, it is literally just harmless dirt. The microscopic glass edges only function against the hard, waxy outer exoskeletons of insects. By creating this pressurized snowstorm inside the hidden corners of your home, you are building an impenetrable physical wall that bugs physically cannot cross without dehydrating. You are keeping almost $1,000 firmly in your own pocket every single year. You bypass the endless toxic cycle of breeding chemical-resistant roaches right inside your own kitchen. The professional pest control industry engineered an endless trap, creating a brilliant subscription model to sell you the illusion of a clean house. If this ancient trick saved you from signing another massive exterminator contract, hit the like button right now. Weaponize the algorithm. Every single like tells the system to push this video directly to other everyday homeowners who are actively getting ripped off by the greedy pest control industry. Hit subscribe, because next week we are uncovering the massive chemical lie hiding right inside your premium ant and roach bait stations. Catch you in the next video.